What's going on, y'all? Got another special treat for you. A special guest on this Wealth Hack Wednesday, Matt G, otherwise known as Matt Giovanisci, Giovanisci. Okay, yeah, so I really can't pronounce his last name, but I've known Matt for quite some time. What I love about Matt's story is that he shares how much he struggled with his finances, like how bad he was with money.
I was always and have always been crappy with money.
But despite all of those struggles, he still became an amazingly successful entrepreneur. And you're going to love this story because he shares who he hired to help manage his money. I really enjoyed that part of the story. But yeah, Matt is has an awesome podcast called Listen Money Matters. Also has an awesome site, moneylab.co, and a lot of other amazing things. But before we get to all of that, let's find out about Matt's story and how he struggled with his money.
Thank you, Jeff, for having me on. I want to give my, wealth tip? Is that what I'm doing? All right, so my wealth tip is really just a story because I think everyone is different. I don't have a secret hack to make more money or to, grow your wealth. It's kind of the same advice all the time, but I think you need to hear it in context with how somebody else approached it. And basically, I was always and have always been crappy with money, just really bad. Just bad. All the way until I was 25. I remember when I was 25, I bought my first house. I bought a brand new condo in southern New Jersey, and I still own it because it was 2008. Actually, it was October 3rd, 2008, otherwise known as Black Monday, and that's when I was signing the paperwork to buy my house. And so I bought it at the very peak of the market, and I put no money down, and I had no money in the bank. And in fact, when I went to rent the truck to move my stuff into my new house, my credit card got declined that same day I signed the paperwork for my house because they're like, my credit card company's like, you bought a house. Like, how? How is that possible? No, we're not going to give you credit. And so I remember showing up to the I forget what it was, budget. I showed up to the budget truck dealership and I was like, give me a rental truck for the day. And they're like, nope, can't have one. So I bought a house. I had no business buying a house. Again, really bad with money. Don't have to point that out again. To the point where I was living by myself. I had a good job. Like I worked for, I didn't go to college, but I had a high school degree. And I knew a lot about pool care because I've been doing it since I was 13 years old. So I had a job. I'm a loyal employee. That is true. And I just, always had a job. So I always had money coming in. I always had cash flow. It just flowed directly out of my bank account into someone else's bank account, always. And I had no business buying that house, but there was a low point where I was so bad with money that I hired my mom to control my finances and to give me an allowance because I wasn't responsible enough. It's a true story I don't think I've ever said publicly, but it is true and dumb, but I was desperate. I was just so bad. I was like, I can't do this. And then I got my house, and I was living there. And another thing too, like the day I moved in my house, I decided to switch jobs. Loyal employee, sure, but I wanted more money, so I switched jobs and took a week off to like paint the house and stuff. My mom could have killed me because she was like, "Why did you quit?" I was like, "I'll get another job." I did, but still I was just a risk taker, especially when it comes to finances. Anyway, long story short, I just decided, I wanted to start my own business, and I knew if I was going to start my own business that I could no longer be bad at money. I just decided. I was like, I am not going to be dumb. I'm not going to be a dum-dum when it comes to money. And so I bought 2 books. I bought The Simple Dollar, and I bought I Will Teach You to Be Rich. And I highly recommend I Will Teach You to Be Rich by Ramit Sethi. And I just remember, like, this book makes so much sense to me. Like, I can do this. I can do this book. And I did the book. I automated my finances. I started learning about personal finance, and I was starting my business at the same time. And that's when I met Andrew, who became my business partner. He ran a site called listenmoneymatters.com. We started a podcast together because he knew about money, and so he was sort of my like friend mentor who basically taught me, how to be better with money, along with I started just devouring personal finance books and personal finance websites. And then I got involved in creating a personal finance blog and website and podcast. And so I got this wealth of information from, all of these people. And now I'm just like, I feel like I got it together. And it just took a ton of time. And not to mention that, like, I was also in credit card debt. So when I first bought my house, I had a 575 or 625, somewhere in that range credit score. Again, they should not have given me a house. I had no money down, bad credit. 2008. They gave me a freaking house, and I had credit card debt, and I paid off the credit card debt using the debt avalanche method. I liked numbers, and I liked math, and I'm like, I want to do it the math way. And I had a whiteboard, and I wrote down all my credit cards and put them in order according to like which one had the highest interest rate, and just started like hammering them. I worked extra jobs to just pay that off, and I just started saving money, and I automated everything because I am kind of a tech head. And look, that's just my story. The wealth tip from all of that is you gotta just, one, commit to doing it. Commit to actually just I'm gonna stop being bad with money. I'm gonna get my act together, and I'm gonna do something about it, whether it's starting to educate yourself or hear other stories of people who have done it to get inspiration. However you need to do it, you need to make that declaration. You also have to make the declaration that you are not bad with money. It's done. It's over. You are good with money. Now you just need to get better at it. You have to make that declaration, or else you'll never identify with it, and you'll always just dump on yourself. No, I'm just bad with money. I'm just that guy. Don't be that guy. Just own it. You're not bad with money. You're good at money. Go forward with it. And consistency and patience. That's it. Whether you're putting $100 away into an account every month, $10 a week, the smallest amount. I started with $100 a month. That was my thing. Put $100 a month into a savings account, and I'm not allowed to touch that. And after a few months, you see, oh my God, there's money in there. Look at that. And you just want to add more to it because you just want more. It's just like it becomes a game, and it becomes like a badge of honor. But you have to start small. You have to be consistent. And humans kind of suck at that, to be honest. So that's why Ramit's book was so great, because it was about automating that. And I understood automation. And so I let the computers, remove the human error from it. So the computers put the money away for me every month. And it, over time, I kind of forgot about it, looked back and was like, oh, cool. Consistency and time, and that's it. That's all you gotta do. And then obviously you're just you'll be motivated by that money to add more. And then once you have enough and that money starts to work for you, you start to invest, great. But the thing that when it comes to investing and growing and earning more and building wealth, KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. Just keep it simple. And for me, I have a handful of bank accounts, like 4, 2 savings, a brokerage, checking. That's it. Four all in the same place. And I just keep it simple. I just put money away. Everything is automated. I like everything. I invest in what I know. And wealth builds. Wealth builds, baby. That's it. So, Jeff, thank you so much for having me on. Appreciate it. See you later, bud.
All right, just to echo what Matt says, what is your declaration statement? Have you made the declaration that you don't suck at money, at personal finance? You know, like Matt's story, I can totally relate because there was a time that I had over $30,000 of student loan debt. I had no savings and I was going nowhere financially, but I didn't realize at the time, made my own declaration statement that I was not going to stay broke, that I was going to become an entrepreneur, hack my wealth, and fast forward to present day, and here I am. So make sure that you make that declaration statement that you are not going to stay poor, that you're not going to be broke, that you can become wealthy. Hope you enjoyed this other Wealth Hack Wednesday. Be sure to check out Matt's podcast at Listen Money Matters. He also has a cool site at moneylab.co with some amazing resources for anybody that's interested in becoming an entrepreneur and just killing an online business. All right, y'all, this is Jeff Rose reminding you that it's your money, your life, and only you can make it awesome. Until next time.